Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss Charles law. In the last video, we have discussed about the Boyle's law. Here, we will see the Charles law. What is the statement of Charles law? Here, at a constant pressure, volume of a given amount of gas is directly proportional to its temperature. So here, this Charles law will give if pressure and number of moles keeps constant, then volume increases with temperature. So volume is directly proportional to temperature. That is the Charles law. So the statement here, at constant pressure, volume of given amount of gas, volume of given amount of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Its absolute temperature. So this point is very important here. It is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Absolute temperature means generally expressed in Kelvin's scale, not in degrees Celsius. So here volume is directly proportional to temperature at a constant pressure and number of moles. So from this, V by T is equals to constant, nothing but some constant K, and this is Charles law. From this we can write one formula, V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. So here always we have to take the temperature in Kelvin scales, not in degree Celsius scale. But here the original statement for the Charles law is, here if we increase the temperature, volume is increasing. Then what factor it will increase? So actually originally practically, if increase the temperature or decrease the temperature by 1 degree with respect to 0 degree centigrade, then volume of gas will increase by a factor of 1 by 273.15 times of its initial volume at 0 degrees Celsius. That is the actual statement for the Charles law. That statements we will see here. At constant pressure, volume of certain amount of gas, volume of certain amount of gas is increases or decreases, by a factor 1 by 273.15 of volume at 0 degree centigrade for every degree raise or fall of temperature. This is the actual statement for Charles law. At a constant pressure, volume of certain amount of gas is either increases or decreases by a factor of 1 by 273.15 volume at 0 degree centigrade for every degree rise or fall of the temperature. So for this we can derive one formula based on this statement. Here let assume volume of gas at 0 degree centigrade is V0. Then volume of gas at 1 degree centigrade. So according to the formula, it is increases by a factor of how much it will increase? 1 by 273.15 of its initial volume, the volume at 0 degree centigrade. Similarly, if you take volume of gas at 2 degree centigrade, then the final volume is V0 plus 2 by 273.15 V0. And so at 3 degrees, 4 degrees, and if you take volume of gas at some T degree centigrade, that let us assume Vt is V0 plus the T degree centigrade, so T times by 273.15 into V0. So from this, volume of gas at temperature T is volume of gas at 0 degree centigrade into 1 plus T by 273.15. And this is another mode of the Charles law. Vt is equals to V0 into 1 plus T by 273.15. Now here some other important information related to this formula. We have volume of gas at temperature T is equals to V0 1 plus T by 273.15. So here if you want to calculate volume of gas at 273.15 degrees Celsius, then at that case volume of gas is equals to V0 plus 1 by the temperature is 273.15 degrees Celsius by 273.15. So that will give 2 times of volume of gas. What it means? The volume of the gas will be doubled at a temperature of 273.15 degrees Celsius. It is not, if you increase the temperature double, volume will not become double. Volume of the gas will become double only at a temperature if you increase 273.15 degrees Celsius. And the second, volume of gas at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Then we will get Vt is equals to V0 1 minus 273.15 by 273.15. So that will give 0. So volume of the gas becomes 0 at a temperature minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. And this temperature we can assume that it is the lowest possible temperature. Why? Because so below the temperature gas will not exist. So at the temperature, at this temperature, gas is become 0. Means the volume of gas is 0. No more gas is there. So you cannot go beyond that temperature. So the lowest possible temperature is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. So this only generally we can call, we can assume that this is the starting temperature. Starting temperature nothing but in terms of kelvins it is 0 Kelvin. So we derive the Kelvin scale from the 0. There is no negative scale on the Kelvin temperature. There is no negative values on the Kelvin scale. We have only the negative values on the degree Celsius. So absolute temperature means the minimum possible temperature, that is the lowest possible temperature in kelvins is 0 kelvins. So why we will take 273.15 as the lowest temperature means beyond that it will not exist according to this formula. Now we will take some graphical representations here. The graphs for Charles law. Charles law graphs. Here the first graph, volume of gas with respect to here T is degree Celsius versus T in degree Celsius. what kind of graph we will get. And we have the formula here. Vt is equals to V0 plus T by 273.15 into V0. Here it is look like y equal to mx plus c. Then the graph we can draw like this. And this is Vt and this is the temperature in degrees Celsius. This is very important. When you draw a graph with respect to temperature in degrees Celsius, then we have y equal to mx plus c. Some intercept is there. So the graph will get like this. It is having some intercept V0. But if you extrapolate this graph, it will touches on the x-axis at the negative values. The point is minus 273.15. Just if you extrapolate this graph, it will touches to the x-axis at 273.15. This is the lowest possible. Now similarly, one more graph. If I take the graph volume versus temperature in kelvins. This is temperature in degrees Celsius and temperature in kelvins. In case of Kelvin, the lowest temperature is 0 temperature. Then the graph will becomes like this. So here the graph will starts from the origin. Why? Because we have the relation here. V is equals to some constant into temperature. So y equal to mx type graph. This is with respect to kelvins and this is with respect to degrees Celsius. And the further the volume versus temperature. Means here kelvins. Various graphs at various pressures. Generally the graph drawn at constant pressure here is called, this is isobar. Graphs drawn at constant pressures are called isobars. Let us assume we draw the graphs at various pressures P1 and P2, P3. Now what is the relation between P1, P2 and P3? So here you will get the relation P1 is greater than P2 is greater than P3. Then again, how can we explain this relation? Again, let us assume here the temperature is constant. Let us assume. If you fix the temperature is constant, then with respect to the volume, we can explain. Here volume V1, volume V2 and volume V3. According to Bayer's law, the more the volume, less the pressure. Less the volume and more the pressure. P is inversely proportional to volume. So here V1 corresponding is P1. Here less volume, pressure should be more. So P1 is greater than, P2 is greater than P3. Make some other type of graphs here. The fourth graph, V by T versus either V or T. V by T versus V or T. So how the graphs look like? V by T, and this is temperature in Kelvin. So V by T product, this is a ratio of volume and temperature, always constant. We know that V by T is equals to constant. So irrespective of the temperature and irrespective of the volume, whatever the temperature and whatever the volume, always the ratio of volume to temperature is constant only. If we increase the temperature or decrease the temperature, doesn't matter. The graph will become a straight line, constant, parallel to the x-axis. Similarly, V by T versus now volume. Either temperature or volume, doesn't matter. Always the V by T is constant only. Let us discuss one more graph here. V by T versus volume. But let us take various graphs. This is the graph. Let us assume constant pressure, but number of moles 1 and here number of moles 2. Now, what is the relation between N1 and N2 here? So here the relation is N1 is less than N2. How can we see? How can we say this one? We know that PV is equals to nRT. From this, V by T is equals to NR by P. Anyhow, R is constant and now P is constant. So overall this is constant. Now V by T is directly proportional to number of moles. So as the V by T value increases, number of moles increases. Here this is lower V by T and this is the higher V by T. So the corresponding number of moles are more. N1 is less than N2 here. And next, one more drop we can take here with respect to logs. And here the graph log V versus log T. Log V versus log T. What kind of graph we will get? And this is the log V and this is log T. First we have to convert the equation in this log form, and we have the equation V is equals to some constant by temperature. So here log V is equals to, if you apply, this is K into T. So log V is equals to log T plus log K. Now it looks like y equal to mx plus c. For y equal to mx plus c, here slope m is 1 and the intercept is log k. So we'll get the graph like this, and this is the intercept log k value. This is a graph with respect to log v versus log t. These are some various graphical representations for the Charles law. Now we will see some numericals related to this Charles law. Now we will see one question here. What will be the percentage increase in temperature if volume increases by 20%? Now the solution for this, let us assume initial temperature T1 is 100 and final temperature T2. Now we have to calculate percentage increase in temperature. Now V1 volume, let us assume 100, and what is the volume increase in 20%? Then V2 will be, for 100%, 20 is 120. Now we have to calculate what is the T2. Then V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. This is the formula we have. So from this, V1 is 100 and T1 is 100, V2 is 120 and T2 we have to calculate. From this, the T2 is equals to 120. So initial temperature is 100 and the final temperature is 120. Then what is the change? So percentage increasing in temperature, 100 to 120 means 20% increasing. So percentage increasing in temperature is equals to 20%. Now see one more question here. Volume of a gas at T degree centigrade is 20 liters. When temperature of the gas increases by 50 degrees centigrade at constant pressure, then volume increases by 25%. And calculate volume of the value of T here. The solution for this. So what is the initial temperature? Let us assume T degree centigrade. And what is the initial volume? 20 liters. So here initial temperature T, T1 is equals to, they give T degree centigrade. So always we have to take in the calculations in the Kelvin scales. Here it is given in degrees Celsius. We have to convert this into the Kelvins. So in Kelvins we will get T plus 273 Kelvins. And what is the initial volume? V1 is equals to 20 liters. Next, temperature T2. What is the temperature? The temperature of the gas increases by 50 degrees centigrade. Initial temperature is T degrees centigrade, and to this they added 50 degrees centigrade, and this is overall in degrees centigrade. Again we have to convert this into the kelvins, so we have to add 273. So now the Kelvin value is 273 plus 50, 323. This is now in kelvins. And what is the final volume V2? Now the volume increases by 25%. Initial volume 20 liters and 25% in 20 liters means 5. So 20 plus 5, that is 25 liters. Now we have T1 V1 and T2 V2. Again the formula, V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. Means just if you substitute all the given values here, V1 20 and T1 means T plus 273 and V2 is 25 and T2 means T plus 323. So by simplifying this, we will get the temperature T is minus 73 degrees centigrade. So here T value is minus 73 degrees centigrade. Now see one more question here. For 5 degree rise in temperature, the volume of the gas increased by 10 ml. Then the volume of gas at 100 degrees centigrade is. How to calculate for this? So they give, if you increase the temperature 5 degrees, volume change is 10 ml, then 100 degrees. First we have to calculate what is the volume at 0 degrees centigrade. If you know the volume at 0 degrees centigrade, for 100 degrees rise, how much temperature it increases? That is 100 by 273.15. That is another form of the Charles law. So here first let us assume volume of gas at 0 degrees centigrade is V0. Then what about volume of gas at 5 degrees centigrade? The temperature now increases to 5 times. That is V0 plus 5 by 273. Let us take, instead of 273.15, let us take 273 for easy calculations into V0. So with respect to 0 degrees Celsius, at 5 degrees Celsius, this is the volume. Now they gave the gas increased by 10 ml. So if increase from 0 to 5 degrees centigrade, so volume change. Volume change means final volume minus initial volume. How much volume change? Just if we subtract this value from the final value, we will get 5V0 by 273. Then what is the volume change? It is increased by 10 ml. Is given 10. So from this V0, how much we will get? Is 2 times 546 ml. So the volume of gas at 0 degrees centigrade now it is 546 ml. What we have to calculate? Gas at 100 degrees centigrade. Now volume of gas at 100 degrees Celsius. So what is the formula? V0 plus 100 by 273 into V0. Just if we substitute the value, V0 is 546 plus 100 into 546 by 273. And then we will get this overall, we will get 200 and 546. We will get 746 ml. So the volume of gas at 100 degrees centigrade is 746 ml. So these are the some numericals related to the Charles law. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.